It's one of those good stories, huh?
This story takes...
also the
I like the ones.
You know, and we'll start.
Okay, I'm ready. This story takes place in Mexico at my grandma's house. It was 3 a.m. in the morning when I was woken up by the dogs barking outside. I was very scared, so I went to go see what was happening, right? But when I looked out the window, I saw the most terrifying sight. There was a creature eating my dear dog Pedro. Before I could even let out a scream, the creature turned to look at me, and its glowing red eyes shined in my direction. And I screamed, and then it ran away in the wind. At that moment, I was sure of it. What I had seen was a chupacabra. But what is a chupacabra?
The Chupacabra is a monster legend that encapsulates itself in the minds of the people who hear its story. In translation, its name means goatsucker, which is what it likes to do. Its appearance is nothing close to good, often compared to a dog with mange. It's often heard of this way from many different stories from many different people, mostly from Hispanic backgrounds. A lot of the stories often depict livestock being murdered, or the storytellers claim they caught a glimpse of its gray skin.
Yeah, like as I mentioned, he has gray, scaly skin, like fur, it's scaly, and then his eyes are red, just like the blood that he sucks. So it all goes up to his eyes, and then like blinds you. And these are some sightings, so you can.
People say chupacabras show up in rural areas such as farms, ranches, and places with livestock. And there are sightings such as in Texas, Mexico, and Puerto Rico. In fact, the very first sighting was in Puerto Rico back in 1995. And this really affected the Latin community.
These sightings are significant because they target mainly like a certain part of the world, which is our part of the world, like Latin America. And the chupacabra holds cultural significance in Latin American countries and amongst Spanish-speaking communities because it's a symbol of a cautionary tale, it's a political, social metaphor, and it's obviously a monster story that belongs to our part of the world. Yeah.
There's actually a lot of theories about what the chupacabra could possibly be. You know, the most common theory is that it's a species of wolf that, you know, just looks different. But honestly, that's kind of a boring theory. Here are the more interesting ones. This one I had never heard of, but there's a theory that it's actually a failed genetic experiment that just escaped from a laboratory somewhere. And honestly, I kind of buy that one. I mean, we don't know what they do in those labs, and it's just a lot of crazy things happen in laboratories. I mean, there's a whole theory on why COVID happened, and that's one of the theories. And this one, I think, is the most interesting. There's a theory that the chupacabra might be alien in nature, more specifically the pet of aliens. And that one I think I believe more than the laboratory one. The reason I believe that one more is because, well, I mean, just look at it. Look at it. That's pretty alien looking, isn't it? Like, but also it's not intelligent enough to be a smart alien, so clearly it has to be the pet of an alien. So, yeah, there's many possibilities on what the chupacabra could be. I'm team alien. You guys can come up with your own, like, conclusions, but yeah, I mean, look at that thing. Team alien.
So basically, if you ever find yourself out in the darkness and see a dark figure, that's not your grandma. That's a chupacabra. Run. Okay, that's it.
Yeah, for sure.